All right, ladies and gentlemen, huge series today. LNG versus T1. LNG got completely slapped up. Let's be honest. They got completely slapped up. So I predicted LNG in this series because in my mind I thought how the series would progress. LNG starting blue side. I thought that as Tarzan and of course Scout, they've been one of the strongest 2v2 mid jungles globally. And I thought this is where they would be competitive, that they would really put the pressure on Faker. But it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen today. Faker performed better than Scout, and Tarzan was non-existent, and Owner really broke his bones. Scout and Tarzan today had really poor performances, and T1, I did say that Zeus would be the stronger player in comparison to Zika, and I think that T1 had the edge in terms of bot draft. And that's what's up, you know? Looking at the series, we can break it down. In game 1, the whole plan from LNG is to just lock in Jarvan and trade Orianna for Azir. This is something we've seen before as well, where Jarvan gets locked in and then enemy gets Orianna and then you get Azir for it. I think the key thing here is that Owner was very impactful in the rel. So even though they removed the Jarvan from the pool of Owner, they did get a really strong 1-2. And we've seen time and time again now, if we pull up Game of Legends now, the trade of Orianna versus Azir, let's just see the win ratio of it, because I can't recall Azir actually winning, and if it won, it was when the matchup was so lopsided that it didn't matter. Let's take a look at Orianna's presence here and how she's doing against Azir. So basically 13 games, and let's take a look at the actual losses against Azir that happened. So I guess it was this last game. This is the last game with honestly on the day, T1 is much fucking better. So this skews this statistic for sure. It's like T1 was 50 times better than LNG today. They got so fucking fisted today. There's no other way to view around it, to go around it, right? So this is a skewed win, right? Very skewed win. And then let's take a look at the other Azir. And then we have T1 versus Bilibili. Once again, it was T1. T1 is the only team that has won on Azir against fucking Orianna. There we go. T1 is the only team that has won with Azir into Orianna. I think as we proceed, I think Orianna is just really OP. I think the answers, I think maybe you can explore the idea of maybe playing like some Jarvan Ari or Jarvan Nico. I think that's something that you can explore. I think that would be slightly better, you know? But nevertheless, Jarvan is first picked Orianna Rel, and LNG start of the series with picking Kai'Sa, right? Kai'Sa playing in simple with an Azir on 3. They pick Azir into Orianna, and T1 lock in Aatrox. They want to keep the Rel flex, even though I think it's no Rel flex when it's on T1's hands. I think a key thing that T1 has figured out, right? What they've done so well. I think that the cooperation between Owner and Korea is still quite non-existent. And I think when you play melee support, that needs to be on point. And the Chinese teams are very good at this. But what T1 has going on for them is that they are playing bot lane pairings where AD and support need to just stand next to each other. They need to be on the wave, contest together. If you think about peak T1, right? In spring, it was the Kalista lanes, the Ashe support, like all of these unique lane bully supports that then later just need to stand on the wave with their AD to pressure. If we think about T1 last year at Worlds with Gumayushi and of course Korea, why were they so fucking effective last year at Worlds? It was because it was Varus bot meta, it was Lulu bot meta, it was Lucianami bot meta, it was Yumi bot meta. All bot lane pairings where Korea has to stick with his AD. And I think this is where T1 has solved their problem so well. And you can see it also in how how Faker also itemizes. So in this particular game, right, let's finish up the draft before we go into the game. Nautilus Alistar, they removed the pairings with Kai'Sa, and then Aphelios Rakan. So when they ban Rakan themselves, it means that they want to slam Blitz, and their whole plan here was to invite Senna Tam. But they pivoted to Nyla, and that was a really, really good pivot, you know? It's like you could think to yourself here, a good Javan can maybe find pressure on Senna Orianna in such a game, but this was not a good Javan. I think draft-wise, right, it's like you are playing Blitzcrank and you're picking Blitzcrank here in a quite weak spot, but you're denying Tam to make Javan stronger. So it's like the whole draft is sacrificed for the purpose of this Javan. You get the weaker mid laner, you get the support blind that is Blitz to deny Tam, just to give Javan more value. Just to get Javan more value. The funny thing about this Nihud guy is, it's fine that he spams the chat, I'm not gonna ban him, is that I've never given score predictions, but he's just suddenly saying that I give score predictions. But nevertheless, let's jump into the game, guys. He just really likes T1, guys. Alright. So a really cool thing here that T1 did was just level 1, they commit to the invade. They got the Raptors. It was surprising to me here. I think that just because Gala pulls this into the bush, I think that Rel... I'm not sure what Rel is cooking. Like Rel, he walks around here to spot the red, but then sees the red go back. I'm not so sure why Rel doesn't just do the red here. I wonder if it just got de-leashed and then he felt like he would waste too much time and was worried that Jarvan did. So let's say Jarvan did golems here. They don't have information. If Jarvan did golems and Owner burns smite and he hits the red and then Jarvan got leashed and then Jarvan goes, it could be very rough. Blitzcrank hook is also another point, right? I think it makes sense that he doesn't go for red. Now that I look at it, he doesn't have information on golems, and that's it. Just don't get the doubt on T1 when they literally always just do it. There's been a lot of cases where they don't do it. But there's been so many cases where they don't do it. And I think the sad part, right? The sad part about the level of delusion, right? Is that people can just take away from what T1 do. People take away from what T1 managed to do by always saying, yeah, they should win everything no matter what. Oh, they won Worlds. I predicted it. Ha ha ha. It's like, this is just how it is. It's Faker, man. He wins World Championships. It just takes away so much from them. It's like, if they stomp LNG on the day, that's like fucking fair play, man. Fucking good shit, man. You need to fucking appreciate that. LNG got fisted today. Straight up. Alright, so we talked about the red buff invade. Here, Scout. I don't know, Scout is trying to act so fucking hard. Jizuki pointed this out. It's like Scout is walking up like this because he thinks Faker's gonna buy the fact that Javan's behind him. But Faker's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I don't think Javan can be here just yet. And Faker fucks him up. And Faker fucks him up big time. Yeah, Scout is playing like he has 15 Javans behind him. That's the whole idea of what Scout is doing. But Faker's like, hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And Scout fucking completely fucks the lane. Scout took a really fucking big gamble here. Really big gamble. It might look stupid as fuck, but I'm just elaborating on what the idea here is. He wants to fake pressure that Javan is there. He wants to fake pressure. It's painful. Scout was my #1 guy coming into the World Championship. But this is very, very bad. Isn't that just an unforced gamble? Well, the thing is, if he can take position on the cannon wave, and then he can take initiative, right? He can take initiative. So it's like, it's a gambit, you know? It's like... But he lost 3 pawns and got nothing for it. I think the conclusion still is that this matchup is just bad. It's like, now the evolution has been that Aziz play now Conqueror, and now Faker brought up the Comet. And you can see in game 1 as well, what Scout does to Faker in the opposite of this matchup. It's like, really, Faker gets really fisted too. I think the matchup is just kind of doomed on paper, I'm not gonna lie. Isn't this just the history of Scout, always very good, but somehow disappointing in important games? I think that I think the bottom line is that like Scout won Worlds. I didn't understand the conversation. I didn't understand the conversation surrounding Scout in terms of him not having accolades. It's like he's been the MVP of the split, I think, like 3 times. He won MVP finals. He won the World Championship. They got 2nd place in the LPL. They beat Billy, and like he played really fucking good. Like Scout had a crazy fucking good year. Really, really good year. And the ending is terrible. It's like LNG in terms of what they've accomplished is akin to like a G2, right? It's like they managed to fucking not perform on the day and they got fucked, right? Yeah, Scout has to base, and Rel re-enters bottom side to take the red. Javan's hovering top side. Zeus is not allowed to breathe here, of course, because Tarzan is into top side. And Rel takes the red now and now crosses into Krabby. And now the big contention that will appear here is surrounding the Raptor spawn, where Javan takes the crab on top side and is going to cross in. Scout is playing towards Javan's side. They're just pushing out Owner. Owner gets level 4 here, which is cool. Sorry, they push out Scout, not Owner. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? It's like, it doesn't have to be black and white. It's the same when people talk about Energy G2. It's like, G2 can play bad on the day, but NRG also played fucking good. Today, LNG played really fucking bad, but I think T1 played really fucking good too. And I think that if you look at the gameplay and don't look just at the result, you can find a deeper appreciation in the game. No, Yamato, you're wrong. T1 is the greatest team in the world, and not favoring them against any team in the world is cringe. That has to be bait, no? That has to be bait. It's like sure, if T1 won World Finals last year and they beat Down1 and they won World Finals and they won LCK, of course. Like if the gameplay was there, you would really like, you know. It's like even watching T1's content, they are very self-aware, you know? Are you surprised that Rumble was not played at all in this series? It was banned every game. I think we should give T1 their flowers. What the hell did I just do, Kflings? Kflings, honestly, every time you write, it's so disappointing, man. I feel like you don't listen, but maybe like English is a second language or something. So that's okay, you know. I will be patient with you. I literally said it doesn't have to be black and white. It's like a team can play bad, and so a team can play good. I literally said T1 played really insane, and also blue side played quite bad, like LNG. The thing is, what people don't get right is what's funny is that I really like T1. I really like T1. I'm a big Zeus Gumayushi fan. Really big Zeus Gumayushi fan. But I am not in the fucking stratosphere where I bring the same level of delusion and bloodthirst, you know? Why did bot lose bot push every game though? Yeah, it's like T1 picked the better laning bot lanes. This is their big strength, right? It's like here, Nyla and Senna, they cannot punish Kai'Sa super hard, but if you get every CS and you can poke with Senna, it's a huge fucking win. The XP advantage that you get is so broken. Insanely OP. So already here, the situation around bot is rough. Decent base here for Zika. I think you sacking with Dom a lot and his hate for T1 clouded my judgment thinking you dislike T1. But I think also Dom's T1 hatred is also really viewed the wrong way. T1 dislikes some of the things that the organization has done in terms of how they handle PR and how they handle set situations, right? But I think also the T1 fans can be quite despicable too, right? Even the T1 fans in terms of how they treat the T1 players can be very despicable, right? If T1 fans, if T1 is not winning, bro, like that's some crazy shit. But Dom has appreciation for the players. Yeah, it's like Gumuyushi is a player that me and Dom disagreed on, but that's fine. We disagree on things. No, he doesn't like, but then again, it's like you guys think that he doesn't like him personally, but he just didn't like the fact that what stood out to him was some of the games where Gumuyushi gets caught on mid, loses sums for no reason. That stands out to him. My view is different because I looked at T1 through the lens of how did T1 get to the finals? How did T1 actually get second seed coming out of LCK? And for me, Zeus and Gumuyushi were the key reasons. I like watching you and Dom, but whenever T1 goes on, I just have to watch somebody else. Dom just said T1 is the most overrated team of all time. I can see why their fans hate his takes. Well, it's like, there was that, I think there was a long time where people had no appreciation for missing and no appreciation for On as players. Like, I think that in the Western League of Legends fandom and also in Korea, I think that people had no appreciation for the supports coming out of China. And once again, it's like T1 calling someone giga overrated is a very different conversation than calling them bad. Because the conversation about T1 was that they are automatically going to win MSI and they're going to already win the World Championship. That was the conversation, right? But you have to frame it, right? You have to always look at things that way. Are you still committed with your 25 tier list? I'm sure I would change a lot on it after watching so many games. I would change so much. I would change so much. Dom is only getting recognition through his hate for T1. Without it, he is a nobody. I Will Dominate is like the goated Western co-streamer, and he has worked his ass off. He has worked his ass off to get to the point he is, and he has done so much for the League of Legends community. My brother, you need to stop getting baited. Bro, it's not about getting baited. It's the same way. Am I getting baited by reacting to what you're writing now? It's like, this is my stream. I get to fucking answer whoever the fuck I want. It's like first time chatter telling me to not get baited. Am I getting baited by you now for replying to you? Not really, right? It's just me having a conversation with the people writing in chat, you know? This is an interactive stream. All right. Where were we? Where were we? Dom thinks he can rate Faker. It's like random football player rating Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. What? How does that make sense? Oh. It's just that I will take the time to defend Dom because I understand Dom. I don't think Zeus outperformed Zika this series. The thing is, I don't think Zeus necessarily. I think in terms of the beautiful thing about Zeus is just his impact. His impact was insane, right? Like in terms of how he fought the fights and in terms of his impact in the game, which is not necessarily tied to top in isolation. It's more in terms of the impact on the game. Like his team fight, Zeus's team fight presence was mental. I think that Zika, for example, here he came out of this lane in a good lane spot, right? And then it's like he died 1v1 in this game, which of course matters. And I favored Zeus. Like I put Zeus 5.5 over 4.5, and I think that's pretty much what played out. Like Zeus was crazy insane in the fights. I appreciate that, Gigabin enjoy. I think it just comes down to empathy, you know? It's like you have to understand where people come from. It's like after a wrong prediction, people want to come in and do some dunking. That's perfectly fine, you know? It's like people are very passionate, you know? It's like those homies that come in here and flame me, right? And say like random shit like that I hate T1 or whatever. These are just homies that are very, very passionate, you know? It's like it's like a fucking let me show it, you know. If so there's two concepts, okay? There's two concepts. It's like first you have a classic bell curve concept, okay? And let's say this is a 0.1% of the fandom, 0.1% of. This is negative towards T1. Let's say this is positive towards T1. And just because T1 has such a massive fan base, okay? Massive fan base, the 0.1%ers are going to be very fucking loud. These are the guys that hate T1 unconditionally, are really fucking horrible to even read. They are terrible people, you know, they're just fucking completely, and they just hate everything about T1. And here, these guys, they will love T1 blindly, and they will even hate these guys because they don't love T1 enough. These guys don't like, they will even hate these guys because they don't hate T1 enough. I mean, don't like T1 enough. I'm somewhere here, you know? I'm somewhere here, you know? I'm a big fan of Zeus, Gumiyushi. It's like, these guys love T1 so much that they will even think that the people that don't like T1 as much, they hate them too, right? And usually, like with any bell curve, right? With any bell curve, it's the same thing for these guys. They would not like these guys because they don't dislike T1 enough, right? The bottom line is, just because T1 is such a big fandom, right? It's like, let's say, like how many people? Let's just like estimate 3 to 5 million people, let's say, are involved in terms of what T1 does. Maybe even more. I don't know how to estimate this, right? I don't know how to estimate this. Then all of a sudden, these fucking ends here become so massive with these numbers. So when your fandom becomes so large, a 0.1% fringe, the fringe fans becomes they become so loud. They become so loud. And I think that's the case for anything. Like, you can apply this to the conversation of Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. You can apply this in the conversation of who's the GOAT in basketball. You can apply this to any conversation where there are so many people involved. You get me? And these fringes, right? Don't care too much about the percentages. The point is more like about the fringes. These fringes will always think that these people don't hate enough. These people don't love enough. And you can apply this to anything with a massive fandom. Taylor Swift, K-pop, anything that has a big enough fandom. I interacted with it in Fanatic. I interacted with it in Fanatic. But that's the thing though, in terms of my opinion, right? I'm somewhere here, right? I'm somewhere here. But anyone on this side, these homies, they don't think that I like T1 enough. That's the thing, right? The funny thing is, if this is a curve of how much this is neutral, okay? This is positive, and this is how much the T1 like meter, okay? We call this. Let's say the most extremes are here, the most extremes are here. And once again, these homies, after a certain distance, they think they will make these homies into their enemies. All the way here are the enemies of the people that are here. And then the same thing here. There's gonna be people that hate so much. And then that's it. And it's the same thing, guys. Like, I saw the reaction to Cato, right? He did a very, very fair assessment of what the issues are of T1. And there were still people, these guys, that were fucking flaming him. And then there's the rationale, you know? The rationality happens here. In the middle. It's like people in the chat are telling me, you know, people are telling me, you know, it's the same thing in politics. And precisely, it's the exact same thing in politics. It's like here, if you are on the left, if you're on the fucking far left, bro, these people that are here, they're not left enough. They're also your enemy. The same thing on the far right. The people here, they are also your enemy. Fuck them, they're not right enough. But the rationality lies somewhere here, right? Always. But let's take a look at the game again. That's why, like, the players have nothing to do, and Dom is aware of that too. The players have nothing to do about, like, in regards to what are some of the issues surrounding T1, you know? Neutrality is not rationality in politics. But the thing is, like, look how large I'm painting the circle. This is the middle, okay? Somewhere here, right, is where people are more rational, right? It's like it edges into left and right, right? I'm not saying in the middle. I'm saying rationale is here. This is where people become unrational, right? On the far ends of the spectrum. I'm not saying centrism. Okay? I don't think this applies in politics as much. I think it does. The thing is, this curve assumes something, right? It really assumes something. But we continue. Let's take a look at the game. Here, this was crazy that LNG wants to contest this. I think the key thing here is just Azir is on this budget, man. This Azir has no item, nothing. I guess we can show how Aatrox died on top. I think Aatrox not basing there. Like Aatrox crashed this wave, and then Zika pulled it. It's really cool, you know? He pulled it, the wave is frozen, he cancels Zeus's base off of it. And then Zeus tries to crash it, and he just can't, and then Tarzan comes in with the gank, they find the R, and then Zeus does a very nice sidestep here on the ult, very nice, but in the end they flash and they murder him. But Zeus has TP back. He comes back with item. And as a trade-off, they get Drake on bot because, of course, Nyla Senna have full control. But in politics, there can be moral questions, so applying bell curve to morals is silly, like you're either right or wrong sometimes. Well, isn't the whole question of morals, of deciding right and wrong? It's like, the whole point is that there is difference of opinion. First time chatter. Just because you think something is right is where the whole point is that the opposite of that opinion is on the other side of the curve, right? But it's okay. I'm not Hassan, guys. I'm not Hassan. Let's focus on League of Legends, guys. I'm not Hassan. I'm not Destiny. I'm not these homies, bro. Like, I'm free Palestine all the way. But let's focus on League of Legends, yeah? Owner for sure is top 5. I think Owner is top 3 after everything said is done. Okay, so now the Herald spawns, and I think the key thing here is Scout doesn't have the facilities to fucking compete with this big man. He really doesn't have. He's about to fight with a dagger and a crystal. Bro, this is like a fucking meth addict's breakfast right here, bro. A fucking crystal and a fucking dagger. I don't know why they wanted to fight this. And I don't know why Tarzan doesn't use any abilities. It's crazy. It's crazy that they're fighting this. Crazy. This is obviously a mistake of a very high order. We continue. I think what's so insane about T1 is that they draft themselves in matchups where if the enemy commits jungle attention to one side, they are always gaining on the other side. Yeah, Scoot is getting completely fucked under the turret. He's just trying to hold out until he can TP back, of course. And Faker's just trying to hold on by pushing, hitting. He has information, ward on Raptor. It's like Faker's really, really squeezing here. It's really, really good. We like that. We liked it a lot. Here, right? Faker went crown. So let me tell you the rationale, because I think that I have a very good read on T1's rationale, right? Faker wants to be able to go on side alone, without any additional tension. He wants to be able to be strong on side and win side and not be able to get dove. Because Keria doesn't want to play a libero role. The precision of Owner and Keria on the timings that they need to hit is not ideal. So if they create circumstances where those timings don't exist, because they're playing, for example, Senna Nyla, where they need to be on the wave, that's super, super good. They don't want to play those dynamic games. Because if you think back, right? For example, the game. This is a stark example. You have T1 versus JNG at Worlds, okay? This is such a stark example because you can see that Owner and of course Owner and Keria, they didn't find ways to connect well. It's like here, they are playing in this area, when in reality, it's like Javan and Alistar need to be connected, right? So Faker is like, okay, I am going to itemize in a way where I can push side on my own always, and I cannot get dove. And then T1 has the room to play the range supports. Big raid poke. Oh, thank you. I saw you say this before, but how would someone exploit this tactic by T1? I think the key thing to do is that you need to break the game through 3v3, 2v2 mid. That's the key thing. And then the race will be like, how hard can T1's bot lane suffocate enemy AD over the 3v3 on mid? Because keep in mind, it's like if Senna crosses into mid on a timer and Blitzcrank is matching, Blitzcrank is way stronger. The melee supports are better in engagements, but they are weaker on the wave. When there's 3v3s happening, there's 2v2s happening, and they're all in, the melee supports are stronger. But if you get suffocated, for example, the level 1 plan, Javan can't pressure bot. All of a sudden, they can't pressure bot, Nyla Senna can pressure bot, and there's a split map. Perfect, because Javan wants to create chaos, right? These things play into it, you know? Really play into it. So Scout based and walked back, still has TP. Faker still pressuring on the turret because Faker matched the base timer. Here, this was the moment where I didn't know. I was like, what on earth is gonna happen now? What on earth is happening now, bro? First, it starts off with Scout. Scout doesn't even go in range to R him. And then Tarzan goes in as well. Scout is forced to flash. He's in deep. And then Tarzan goes. I don't know if the idea like that he just wants to fucking trap him under the turret. But this is horrible. This is fucking horrible. This is disturbing. Like really disturbing. And then Zika finds himself in an all-in situation as he's about to hit level 9. He doesn't have the XP for it, and then Zeus fucking punishes him hard, right? Zeus was definitely the better top laner today, like in terms of impact. He was massive, absolutely massive. I hope the whole blue side conversation has been completely silenced now, like. It's evident that the better team is winning. I think T1 JGG will for sure break viewership record. You have the biggest team coming out of China. Biggest team coming out of T1. I mean, Korea. No, not the red side is broken, no. The red side is not broken. Zeus movement is beautiful. Boom. Boom. To be fair, the biggest team out of Korea was supposed to be Genji. I think you're missing the point of biggest. It's like, I'm not talking about how large they are or what their potential is. We're talking about viewership. So obviously it's related to the fandom. I wouldn't be surprised if some other people have more fans than JDG specifically, but I think JDG is fucking up there. The reason is that there's like some players that are fucking astronomical in fucking in China. Like when you think of like Uzi, like you think of the likes of Doinbi, and you think of the likes of Deshai, you know, they are like mental, you know. But Knight is a gigastar. You have fucking 369. Ruler is loved because Ruler is just, how can you not love Ruler, right? I think Owner is playing way better than he did in summer. Way better. Last year, JGG didn't have any fans. Last year, JGG had a completely different roster. The thing is, like think of it like this. Like, let's say you put Caps, Wunder, Mickey. Let's say you put these players on Astralis. Like, Astralis is gonna have fucking fans. Fucking, you put Jankos in there too, like... Astralis would have tons of fans, you know? Yeah, just the condition of bot and our condition of mid, having two Drakes, T1 already almost have the full mid turret. They're in a beautiful condition to win this game, guys. Beautiful condition. Yeah, the main thing that LNG can hope for is that they reach 2 core in time for 4th Drake. Like, that's the only gambit they have. But looking at their items now, 2 minutes till next Drake spawns, T1 have nothing to do. They hit the beats. They hit the perfect beats on the Rift Herald, they hit the perfect beats on Drake. It's like T1 is the only Korean team that plays more Chinese if you compare it to Damwon, KT and Genji. These guys have a very, very hard time converting winning positions fast. But T1 is very fucking fast. They start Nash and they get a lead, they close out games, you know? This is something they do super, super good. Genji, KT, these guys are very timid in their approach. And KT, they were dominating the regular split because they had insane early games. KT might still have some of the best early game we have at the tournament. But their mid to late game is disgusting. They don't have the level of fucking punching, you know? So Kaz is playing Viego Sejuani, the ultimate like early game junglers, right? Put Javan in there and he would be complete, but he banned Javan on red side every game, right? But we continue. So this game slows down a lot. It's like Faker goes full tank build. I wanted to show this. There's this moment here. There was a moment in the game where they threatened. Here, this is a good example. Look at Faker's build. Faker's build here allows him to go under the turret on his own. Korea's offbeat, Owner's offbeat, but it doesn't matter. Because he's a fucking tank. He's a fucking tank. They can't dive him. This is my biggest point in regards to T1. They have solved their macro issue in such a fucking elegant way. Such an elegant way, man. Really elegant. It looks fucking silly, but Owner came right away. Well, the thing is, if this is an Orianna without crown, she dies before Owner the Boneless does anything. Before he does anything. And in a different case, Owner needed to be here. In a different case, Owner needs to be under the turret fast. In a different case, support needs to be there to defend. You're missing the point, Thomas loves Sophia. You're missing the point. The whole point is, Faker is not allowed to go under that turret. And they are going to lose that turret, and they're going to lose all of that. They're going to lose all of that. Every other support, right? If you remove, for example, Senna, or like the Tamkench that he played, or like the Renata that he played, in every other case, support doesn't want to be on the mid wave. Right? That's the key thing. The issue with this game, right? It's like how useless was LNG bot. It's like, what can he really do with Blitz? It's like Blitz was picked to deny Tam. And Asi was picked into Orianna to, of course, once again, improve. It's like, everything was for the Jarvan this game. Everything was for the Jarvan. But the Jarvan played very stinky. Very stinky. Reeked. Reeking. Terrible. Terrible. Coming into this Drake, red side just looks stronger. Kaiser doesn't hit the right beat right with the fucking Navori. She needs Navori to spike with this itemization and build. Yeah, trading side, of course, with the TP. They're trying to get bounties. And the whole play here for LNG is, yo, we are going to fucking... we're just going to plain and simple all in on the 4th Drake. That's the whole play here. They're going to try to align so they get 2 core, finish on everybody, and then fight all in on the Drake, right? And then in those spots, right, T1 have all of the options. That's what makes Soul Point so strong, is that you have the option of when the enemy overpushes for Drake to do Nash, or you can choose your fights while LNG have to fight no matter what. Do you think T1 played very well or LNG sucked? Both. I think LNG played bad, but T1 played insane today. They played really good. So we have the tank Orianna with the magic resistance, and now you see that the items are aligning here for LNG to just have 2 core finished in preparation. They're trying to, of course, mark the Nash to make sure that they have information on it. But here you see, like, even though, of course, T1 is far ahead, right, in their position, if Azir finishes Nash's Tooth, if you look item-wise, this looks like a fair game, right? This looks very, very fair. You see that 2 cores finished here, 2 cores finished here, 2 cores finished here. LNG has managed to, actually in a very losing position, manage to stabilize. That's like good on LNG, right? They managed to stabilize. They actually got some good trades in for the turret, for the Drake. Very nice, right? And this gives them odds. This gives them some level of odds, you know? Now LNG are just contesting the Drake. It spawns in 30 seconds, but let's take a look at how the fight goes. They get the blue 2. It's like LNG is doing fine here. They're doing really, really fine. Like, keep in mind, they've managed to stabilize and reach 2 core for the key fight. But let's see how the fight plays out. That's of course crucial. T1 did so much better in the fights, so much better. Zeus now pushed out top and is going to look to walk down. In these type of positions, as I mentioned, it's like T1 has the option. T1 has the option of just turning on Nash. So LNG can't overposture for the Drake. Yeah, this Blitz bought a little bit too many pings. Here Scout, his crown gets popped by a fucking Senna-Q. And now they're entering. Owner is taking a lot of space, he's quite tanky. And look at Tarzan. Tarzan loses his fucking mind. Because, let's be honest, it's like LNG have some chances here. Like Hank can look forward and use some spells on Owner. But Tarzan just ruins all chances. It's like T1 is favored here. They have like an additional item, 2.5, 3 item finished on Orianna. They are definitely favored. But my lord. My lord. And then the continuation, Gumayushi. This is very, very neat here from Gumayushi. Yeah, Gumayushi, look how he fucking drifts. He has Gale Force, E. Boom. That's very nice to be able to accomplish that without burning Flash. That's like super, super neat. And that's game, of course. To be fair, this game is already over? No. The game is not over here. The game is not over in this spot. The game is definitely not over in this spot. It's favored for T1. And then... now the game is completely over. We can move on to the next one, yes. Does Tarzan win the Dade Award? For me, it has to be Scoot, man. For me, it has to be Scoot, because I put him first. Alright, let's take a look at Game 2. So Game 2 comes in, LNG then say, we have to ban Rumble, we are banning Jarvan, because we don't want to let Owner have it. We're gonna headshot it, and we're going to ban Azir. T1 then follow up with Xayah, Neeko, Orianna ban, and LNG first picks Maokai. Rel Aatrox. Jarvan ban for Tarzan. Okay. Yes, yes. Rel Aatrox. Sticking to the same jungler for Owner. He had a good fucking Rel performance, so why the fuck not, right? And then Aatrox. They did a fantastic job with both of these champs, so why not run it back, you know? Stick to what works. They go Jace and Gwen. I think that here in this spot, I think if you pick Jax or you pick Renekton, at least you open up scenarios where you can play Ziggs here for Gala. And I think that could be interesting. That could be interesting. They slammed Gwen here. Honestly, Gwen in this game, she got solo killed by Aatrox, right? But she had good conditions. Like, Gwen was not the problem this game. The problem was the Jarvan running it down. And then Azir also misplaying. And then, like, Jarvan needs to carry this game. That's the whole point of this draft. Jarvan needs to carry this game. So, okay, we go Maokai, they go Jace, Gwen. This also, of course, kills any Ziggs angles. And then Sylas gets picked. I think Sylas has Maokai ult. And I think that it can lane fine against Jace when it has Rel jungle. But I think that Sylas against the likes of Gwen and Jace... generally can be tough. I think Gwen is pretty good against Sylas. But LNG also decided to go Rakan here on 5. So Sylas has a lot of fucking good ults. Like Rakan and Maokai ult is enough. I thought in this moment... unironically, the Blitzcrank angle, it's like the enemy can just go Alistar, I guess, but I'm thinking what they do about support. I think also T1, I think they could be more precise if they pick Ashe here on 4, because Ashe can go AD and there's no answer into it. Nevertheless, Aphelios, Rakan. Did you overestimate Scout? Scout had a fantastic year. I think his performance here at the World Championship is definitely like a disappointment. But Scout had an amazing year. Scout was MVP in spring, MVP in summer. He took his team all the way to finals. Lost to JDG, took it to 5 games. Scout was amazing. Was Scout's performance in Swiss stage good? It was decent. It was decent, I think. But nevertheless, Varus gets picked. They go Ashe on 5. I think blinding Rakan feels... It's like... It's really cool here about T1's draft is that they're removing Nautilus. And Nautilus is the one support that does super well against all of the range supports that Korea wants to play, especially with Renata out, right? So, when you pick Rakan or Alistar here, you're going to get fucking attacked, man, by fucking these range abilities, range attacks, you know? No, I think it's like in the end, right? Faker is the player that has the most amount of big games under his belt. No one comes close the level of experience, and that's like an intangible thing. And Faker had a very fucking good performance today. And the main issue, right? Faker went through fucking arm surgery. He was struggling, like he was getting solo killed by BDD. He was getting solo killed by Chovy in the playoffs, you know? He was having a rough time. So it's like, to put Faker in the light that he was coming into this tournament as one of the weaker mid laners is perfectly fine. I don't know if he had surgery, he had to take a break, but he had the fucking wrist issue, right? He couldn't play. Now we continue. He just took a break, no surgery. Either way, he couldn't play, right? Maybe I'm wrong on the surgery part. And nevertheless, right, Gwen locks out Ziggs. And Ziggs could be very interesting against T1, I think. I think Ziggs could be very interesting. Wasn't his influence so obvious? But the thing is, like, him being pulled out of a team and being replaced by an academy mid laner. Like, Poby didn't know how to side lane. He didn't know how to play around jungle. These things have such a fucking effect on everyone in the game. Really big effect on people in the game. And we don't know what kind of effect it would have on, let's say, JDG to lose Knight, or a different team to just lose their mid laner, right? So, in terms of making the 25 top list, we didn't want to put too much stock into things that are less tangible. Faker is important to T1, but how do you measure anyone else's importance? You know? And fair play to Poby. Fair play to Poby, right? Like, I don't blame the guy at all, but he was not a strong player. You know? Nevertheless, we continue. Aphelios Rakan. This is a tough matchup. Varus Ashe is a very tough matchup for Aphelios Rakan. These guys are not going to be able to breathe too much. But I think this draft is a little bit better than the other one. Yeah, like Poby. Poby is cool. Vanilla giraffes, mate. Yeah, like, what's wrong with you, mate? Why are you getting baited by people, bro? I'm just gonna time you out, okay, to purge your messages, and then you have another chance. Okay. Yeah, like, let's not make a deep conversation about Poby, bro. Like, he was thrown to the wolves. He became, it's like, being Faker is, taking Faker's shoes is the equivalent of being fucking president of America, you know, in terms of, like, pressure, you know? That shit ages you, bro. Like, it's like, bro, that's fucking, it's fucked. All right, let's take a look at this game.
To give.
During
What is this? If any LPL team signs this fraud next split, I'll be the hater of that team forever. And then there's this guy. Someone still signed Scout last year after getting exposed by Zeka. He's fine. It's always NA to cash out. These opinions, bro. These fucking opinions. Scout was sick as fuck that day, but I don't bring that up because I think it's like, yeah, anyone can get sick, so it's like, it's a pointless thing to say, you know? I don't like lining up those type of excuses, but it's like that. It's like Zeka fisted everyone. He fisted Chovy, he fisted Faker, he fisted Knight, he fisted Larson, he fisted Scout too. And the fact that Scout is isolated there for some reason, I think that's mental. I think that's mental, man. Why is Scout isolated there, man? Save Gala is trending on Weibo. Zika had like a 10 out of 10 tournament. Actually, was crazy. This timing gank is really nice from Owner. Tazen, like here, Owner's pathing is really, really good. I like it. He punishes the Maokai decision because he has vision on Raptor, and he's aware of this. He jumps over the wall, takes the blue. I like it. It is weird though, because he's not going to be that behind on jungle, but at least Tarzan did the pathing in a way where he alleviates pressure on bot and he bases for Ruby, you know? He wanted to make sure that bot doesn't get dove or anything fucking cheeky happens there, you know? Zeka had like, he was good in spring, but then it looks like Zeka fucking lost hope, man. Like, which is understandable. Like somewhere along the line, Zeka and Viper just fucking lost hope. I think Zeka was pretty fucking bad. This is massive. Already Scout, no flash. And Tarzan now opens up on the map. He has a Ruby Crystal advantage, but no flash there on a Jace is super big because Faker will have flash, and if Faker somehow steals the Maokai ult, it can be massive. Here Faker plays for his lane. He keeps the slow push, and Scout is now getting covered by Tarzan. But this is a crucial moment in time where I think that Jace wants to crash this wave, and then Sylas wants to catch it, improve his base. I think Faker does the right decision here. The thing is, I think here Owner fucks up. I think Owner should cancel his base, because the priority should be here that Faker catches this wave. If Faker catches this wave, it improves his base so fucking much that he's going to fist Scout. So here Faker has a potion, has a biscuit. If he can catch this wave, I'm swearing to you guys, it's fucking GG. But they needed to see this. Imagine owner now cancels his base. He starts recalling behind Faker. He was too cocky? No, he's not cocky. But Faker could base, he has teleport. You don't get it. If he gets these minions, he improves his base. He needed to stay, right? Up until this point. He needed to stay up until this point to get the 32 CS to get Lost Chapter, okay? If he gets to catch this wave, owner, he's playing Rel. It's a dog piece of shit. The same way Maokai is a dog piece of shit and he's fucking walking here to dive. He's prioritizing the mid matchup. They're both dogs. Fuck their farm. Faker had to stay for this wave right here, right? To get 32. And by the time Scout EQ that wave, he needs to stay. Because if he bases and TP's back now, he's gonna lose fucking 10 minions. And that's not good. So here, Rel should cancel the base. But I'm not blaming Rel. Silas can also say, yo, fucking come here. He will pot because he's waiting for Doran Shield to run out. Because it heals more when you have less HP. And then he's gonna biscuit first, and then pot up. Again, now you should fucking biscuit and pot up, right? For sure he should. Yeah, he should biscuit pot up already. And then Rel should be right here. The E out of the root is really good because there's no good Q there for Tarzan to do. Imagine if he could catch this wave and Rel was here. They are fucking completely psychopath. They are psycho, bro. They don't have any information on Rel, guys. Nothing. And Scout is even basing here, the psycho. He maxes Q with first strike. All I'm saying is, Faker staying here is 100% good decision. To improve his base and to catch that wave is massive. It's really, really massive. And then Scout doing the greediest base of all time getting cancelled, he lost all tempo, you know, and Faker could TP back and rock and roll, you know. Is Phase Rush broken right now? Everyone is doing it? Well, everyone is not doing it. But Faker didn't get any extra items. What are you talking about? He stayed for Lost Chapter. I have explained it as good as I can. I think we move on, okay? If you want to re-listen, you have the option to look at the VOD and enjoy your time, you know? This was mental. I don't know what, like Tarzan not checking this bush for the pink is really sad. I think that I think it's like this pink is the MVP. It's like Tarzan goes behind Scout, which is fine, and then he crosses. He doesn't have sweep, nothing. It's like he goes through this area as if he's checking for wards, but he's not really checking for wards. He's not sweeping, he's not doing anything besides placing a ward. He eats the plant and walks by. It's very strange. You know, here, the funny thing is, if Rel traps him in the river topside, if Rel just traps him on Pixel and Silas collapses, I think that Maokai just dies. You know, it's like, it's fucking hilarious that Varos and Ashe get all of the information in the world, but I think that's less relevant because Tarzan needs to farm. Tarzan can't go bot. So even if they don't see him, I don't think it matters. If Tarzan right-clicks bot and tries to gank Gumayushi Kiria in this spot, he will never reach level 6 this game. But my issue more is that he crosses this, right? The Ashe spots him. Because keep in mind, it's like Varus, Ashe will be able to get the information. So they can play aggressive as fuck bot regardless. But the weird thing here for me is, I think if they wanted to, they could trap him. And this is the pain, this is the matchup, you know? This is the matchup. The LNG low-key did fine in the matchup, considering everything, you know? It's like Gala having Berserker Greaves, it's like, it's very, very tough, you know? Very tough. The issue about the 2v2s on mid is that Scout had no flash and Faker got lost chapter base. Here owner just pulls the Herald to unleash it and LNG do a full move. This is the dance that sticks for long. Like whoever's going to leash it first is going to be losing. Like the guys on the coast stream, they said that Gwen is much stronger than Aatrox here, but I think it's like fucking non-existent. It's really untrue, you know? Vanilla Giraffes, you really don't know? You wanna rephrase yourself? You really don't know what you said and why you got timed out? You really don't know. If you don't know, then I will ban you. You have a chance to correct yourself right now, if you don't know what you said. Dude, shut up, lol, I don't care. Yeah, it's... Good. It's... Full-time clown, man. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Here, the homies on the co-stream. The homies on the co-stream, they were saying like Gwen is so much stronger here. Like, you know, I'm a Volibear enjoyer, so I buy this Leeching Leer item. But this Leeching Leer item is fucking meaningless here, bro. Like, it doesn't fucking mean anything. Like, it doesn't fucking mean anything here. As like the strength that Gwen provides here is very limited, you know? Gwen is weak, but Aatrox is even weaker. He only has Magic Mantle. No. Thing is, Aatrox and Gwen, they contribute just as much here. That's the point. They contribute just as much. They are not Thanos, the both of them, but they are both equal here. They're very equal. Whoever moves first is the one that's stronger, right? If anything. Let's continue. It's like in my mind, I would prefer to have an Aatrox. We continue. So most people just want to find level 6 here. I think a big deal here is that Faker's ult is gonna run out and he finds a base. And owner is going to just leash the Herald and pull it out of leash range. And then they're going to go out, but Gala manages to chunk away his HP. But here, whoever is going to be hitting the Herald, like here, I do think, like Starzan had to do Wolves actually. He had to do Wolves to do... It's kind of sad because this would be like a good moment for you to actually finish, you know? I think if Maokai was here, but he has to take the Wolves, right? Because he was behind from before, he has to do Wolves for 6. He has to do Wolves. So it's not Tarzan's fault here, he has to do Wolves. Eventually Faker bases in Fog and T1 want to buy time. T1's dance here is that they are trying to pull the Herald and then unleash it when the enemy contests to just get information. Here if the enemy walks through wards, walks through vision, then they will just back off. And what's so cool about this situation is the fact that already Korea with the range support item, he already has wards. So it makes their decision so much more educated. And at some point, Gala was like, fuck this shit, I need to go bot. Ashe is 6 now, I'm going to go bot side. This was a good decision from LNG. I think both teams honestly played the situation really well. Here Zeus comes out here with of course Everfrost, and I thought in this moment here Aatrox could TP bot and they could look to defend bot because Hung is showing on mid. They could look to defend, but Zeus TPs top instead with Unleashed because they want to match with Ashe and Varus, you know? I think that Zeus could have TP bot, but they want to just match. And that's okay, you know? Gala gets 2 platings, which is super cool, and then here the TP of Faker, they try to collapse. And then Gala, he fucks up the cleanse, but the tenacity of everything is enough. And it looks like Everfrost is on cooldown. Is Everfrost on cooldown? No, Everfrost, he comes out of base. Why doesn't Faker Everfrost here? Could more be done? No Everfrost. Why would he? What do you mean, why would he? To chunk him. To create variance. Guys, tenacity... Are you guys arguing with me about him not using fucking Everfrost here, guys? On this cooldown? I know that cleanse gives tenacity. But there's a limit to how much tenacity does. Of course he should Everfrost. Why are you arguing this? Come on, guys! I'm not getting, like, now you're telling me I'm getting one guy. There was like 6 people in the chat that said, there was a lot of people, man. One guy. Fucking the burger chain came out, bro. The fucking 5 guys. This is a neat combo. I like this. But I wonder, it's like, he R's, because Maokai, the way it works, right, is that Everfrost CD saved. What do you mean? Like, he would... Do you guys know Everfrost cooldown? Do you know Everfrost cooldown? Come on, guys. So it's like, there's 2 schools of thoughts here. It's like, Maokai, if it gets to charge, it roots longer, right? But he didn't hit the root. So the question is like, he hits the fat Everfrost, and then he E's. Maybe if you just R's on melee range, maybe owner can just flash Q and they can just fucking kill him. They can kill, I think. But yeah, he died anyways, that's true. Ownerel was kind of fat today, man. It was kind of fat. Does my old route last longer the further it travels? Yes. I can pull up the wiki to show you here. There you go. Thank you, Sui. Each Brahma deals magic damage to enemies hit and routes them for 0 to 8 to 2.6 based on distance traveled. Which is mental, no? Like, what is this champ? Bro, reading the Maokai wiki is always crazy. Why Aftershock on Maokai instead of First Strike? Because this game, he doesn't want to buy AP, he wants to go tank. He has Gwen top. I like the flash here from Hung. Yeah, Gumayushi doesn't have cleanse. Like he can like flash, but I don't know if he dies anyway, even if he flashes. I think it could be the case that he still dies. Like if Gwen W's the Ash Volley, I think he connects and he just dies. Let's see what Gumayushi cleansed though. What did he cleanse? Oh, he cleansed nothing. Hung looked at him wrong. As a Leona main, why Israel picked Moan this year? Because Leona can't jungle. Some guy's gonna come out, actually I play Leona jungle in my old game, it's really good. Yeah, I thought the conditions of the game were still like playable for blue side, considering like Aphelios got the kill, he got out of the lane phase. Like here the conditions are still very playable. It's like these games, they were one-sided throughout, but T1 were winning situations where they had like minor edges, minor advantages, and they were just playing better. Because this is not like decisive, you know? This is not super decisive that they're gonna win. But in this game, Zeus was an absolute monster. This type of game makes me want to make Zeus my MVP of this fucking series. Yeah, T1 really found their identity. They played really fucking good, but LNG players also played bad. You know, there's many layers to it. AP Varos got pretty nerfed, guys. Thousand was my MVP. Them losing the mid turret is a really fucking big deal though. It's like, how you measure how important a mid turret is by how a team needs to... No, big deal though. Oh my lord. Big deal though. Not dildo. Deal though. Deal though. The deal. Nah, man. Big deal though. Such a big deal though. Nah, blood. It's fucked. It's fucked. So, how you measure... how you measure how important mid turret is based on how people want to pressure the map. So for example in this game, right, Gala losing his mid turret means that he has to catch every wave very safe far back, Jace as well cannot posture forward. They cannot play in these important Jace pockets to EQ. So this is like really important. If you play like a team with like Kaiser, Zeri, and you are playing a melee support and you contest through river, then you don't care about losing the mid turret as much. But in this type of spot, it is definitely a big deal though. It's mental, bro. Like, I don't even think about that at all, bro. You guys are psychos. Here, I thought that Scout is gonna look to hammer, but he has hammer off cooldown now. He doesn't have... he doesn't have hammer. I thought he could hammer, but he doesn't have hammer. There's no hammer, he gets hammer now, and his Zeus flashes out. It's unfortunate. It's like here, he has to switch to range, and then they can't one-shot Zeus. It's such a big deal. If he had hammer here, he could actually like one-shot him, you know? Yamato's being made fun of on Korean communities for his predictions.
Being made fun of on Korean communities for his predictions.
That's why he's free agent at the moment.
He's a free agent ATM.
Thank you for the $5. Now, fair play, fair play. My prediction was wrong, so they can enjoy themselves. That's okay. Evan Korea is alright, man. He's just sharing, guys. He's just sharing. Thank you for the $5. So here, when they survive this initial engagement and Zeus really gets every ability out, it's such a big deal because this is Rakan R, this is Maokai R, this is of course key abilities, very important abilities. So Varos Ashe have no pressure on them, and Zika also use ultimate, so this is not fightable anymore for LNG. They had some odds here in the start, but they couldn't one-shot Zeus. In a scenario where they one-shot Zeus there off of the hammer of Jace, then things can look different. Here as well, Scout misses a very important EQ on a target that is unsuspecting. Here he can definitely burn his flash if he hits his EQ. Because his damage, the damage profile really changes hard because of Duskblade doing more damage to people. Of course, having less HP, you know? And they just lose the Drake. Does T1 have a chance to win the worlds if they play at this level? I think that they are, based off of this now, beating out LNG in this fashion. I think they are the second best team left in the tournament. And I think they are the only team that has a chance to beat JDG. I think the other two don't. Let's take a look at this continuation now. So look at the concentration of wards in the bot side river there from T1. This is all zombie as well. Korea of course is running zombie. LNG, like LNG still did a fine job of hitting like the gold timers, you know. It's like here they are setting up, so they are going to be on 2 core in preparation for the 4th Drake, which of course matters. And this is something that LNG did fine, you know. It's like LNG did a fine job stabilizing and trading the map, you know? Doesn't JDG struggle against Weibo? Guys, that was one best of 3 in regular split. That's like saying SK Gaming is the counter to fucking G2 because they won a game against them in regular split. Did Cadle stop streaming? He doesn't play his fruit game. The Cadle homies are coming out of the woodworks. You're all welcome. Any stream you come from, any migrant you are, any refugee, this is a sanctuary for all of us. We support freedom of speech. We support. All love. All love here. Gala's taking every wave neutrally. Something that you can explore, right, on T1's side here. When the enemy team has no mid turret, freezing mid and slow pushing mid waves is really OP. Here, Varus and Ashe having priority doesn't make that much of a difference. So they can slow push mid waves and stack them and bleed out Gala. Completely bleed out Gala. But instead they're just pushing waves so Gala can keep farming and keeping even, you know? I've always been rolling my R's even before I met Jizuke. Like there's like clips that I remember there was a montage of me saying Gnar 2015 and I was saying Gnar every time. Why did Guma fast push mid-wave every wave? Because it's natural to do so. It's natural because you want to move on to the next step. But I think that this was a game where they could have really squeezed mid lane more by slow pushing the waves. And invite Aphelios to walk on that neutral wave and then fuck them up, you know? Like this, for example, right? This is an invitation. So you can just take it easy and invite the enemy when Rel has timer, and when Sylas and Aatrox pushed out, you can look to invite some movement there, you know? But of course, I repeat, this is a competitive game still. The key thing is that T1 can win the game of a one fight because it transfers into Soul, and LNG can't. And the key thing here is that blue side, they hit the two cores. Same as the last game. They hit the two cores. Everything's gonna line up for this fourth Drake. But T1 are just so much more elegant and smooth in the way they fight. And a big problem for them in this one was the fact that Zeus just was completely unchecked. Zeus completely annihilated this fight. I think putting Herald bot would have been the better play. They're just making the enemy group, which they want to anyway. I like to be right, so Everfrost with Tenacity lasts 0.3 seconds. So Tenacity can only reduce CC to a certain point. So you already don't know how Tenacity works. Additionally, we are assuming that when he Everfrosts and the Tenacity gets him out of the Everfrost, right? Gets him out of the Everfrost, you assume that he's going to teleport out of the fucking queue and the queue has no hitbox. So, goodbye to your SA. Yeah, you're saying 0.3, but you're assuming that the tick rate is as in favor of your point as possible. That's what you're assuming. That you're assuming that the best case scenario for you, that the tick rate is in favor of you to make this argument. All right, so I have the start. We have the start here. Ashe Arrow used. It's a long cooldown because Korea is level 9. And he doesn't have super much CDR, right? And Gwen is coming from a good angle. Like, this position is not bad from LNG. Faker took Rakan ultimate. And they can spot the bushes and they can look to poke. Like, once again, you compare the items, right? Really big here. You compare the items. Guys, don't click this fucking poisonous link. I don't know what this is, so we're gonna fucking headshot him. First time chat is posting links. Here LNG can fight. Same as the previous game, but this is even better than the previous game in my mind. But Zeus is just kind of a gangster. Look at Gala's guns. He's stacking his chakrams here. Tarzan can look to put saplings. They're spotting Zeusy. Zika is marking him. Like, Zika is marking him right now, and then they just forget about Dre. Zeus walks all the way around, guys. He goes all the way around, and then Owner the Boneless finds a really good angle. Really, really good angle. I think the fact that Owner latches onto Gala after Flash 2. Like, look, he latches onto him. And Gala is just playing and he's holding, but Zeus's position becomes brilliant. Really, really brilliant. When I watch this live, I could only watch this. I have to rewatch what's happening on the other end. It looks like Zika and Hung kind of hinted, no? Like Faker just fucking one-shot Zika here. He just CC chains him and then kites him out. Really well played by Faker, man. I think that here Zika needs to hold his abilities. Zika needs to fucking hold his abilities. Wakanda forever. But Zeus, man. Zeus and Owner here, they just fucking win the fight on their own. Ah. Ah. Someone asked about the Duskblade build. Bro, if you play like this, go this build every time. Go this build every time if you play like this. Guys, Zika is a good Gwen. Zika is a good Gwen. It's not completely crazy for Zika to play Gwen in a BO5. Zika has had some crazy games on Gwen in LPL. And that was their answer into Aatrox. But they don't have Engage? Bro, they have Maokai Rakan. It is crazy to play Gwen into Aatrox though. Remember what happened last year finals? You don't think Aatrox has gone through like 50 patch cycles? Zico is doing well in lane. Zico was doing well in lane, he got solo killed, and that's it, you know. Zeus performed better, but that's not like the deciding factor, you know. The gap in mid and jungle was too big, and the champion pool of T1 and bot lane was really like a big deal to make Gala suffer as fuck every game. Zeus just fucking steamrolled 4 people here together with Honor. And now with the Soul, the game is very decisive again. Like Soul is finished, and it's like blue side they can't farm anymore. They are not allowed to farm at all anymore, and they can't hit 3-core. You know, the key thing here is that the Nash pressure penalizes the ability of LNG to farm. They can't cross any match point, river point. They can't do anything. They need to just hover around here and just fucking hope that they can stop Nash. And it doesn't help that Maokai bought a 25-minute fucking Bami Cinder. And then Gwen also buys healing reduction. Not that it matters too much, but it just makes you lose the game no matter what. There's no saving grace. There's no point where you can reach 3-core and you can become Super Saiyan. Like, you're just hitting your itemization too fucking hard. The thing is, right, this game we saw they can't do Nash until they get a pick, but the thing is, on this patch, Nasher doesn't do any damage. So you hit Nash to make the enemy come into you, and then you just Varus R, Ashe R, and you fucking chunk them, you walk away, easy peasy, you know? And that's it, you know? Easy peasy. Baron doesn't do damage. Relic can just punch it, and it's like, oh, they're crossing our wards. Let's fucking send Ashe Arrow and Varus ult, and then let's start the fight. It's not about, it's the threat. It is the threat. So T1 is hovering around this area and taking like the full vision of it, you know? I think Ploop 12, you are heavily underestimating the necessary beats in the game, right? We're not playing custom hero arena where you can just take camps and fucking scale and then you are forced to 5v5. Like there's too many important beats that Sion can't contribute in, and he doesn't do anything in. They have a slow Nashor comp, I think. Yes. But explain this to me then, Raiju. Why are they dancing around Nash? Both teams are aware of the thing that I am explaining. Both teams are very, very aware of it. Why do you think they're hovering around here? They know that they need to have vision on Nash because the enemy can hit it for 25, 20 seconds, right? They can hit it for very long and not take damage. They take very, very little damage. And the idea from T1 is to invite that. Is to fucking invite some fucking good angles, you know? That's all. This allows them access to the neutral wave on top. And they are looking for situations like this. This is what they're looking for. This arrow doesn't land, but they don't lose anything for pressuring the enemy. Only blue side can make mistakes here. They're looking to invite the enemy into a worse position. This is... I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I really can't. I appreciate that, Zerathil. You know, admitting we are wrong when we're wrong is the most base thing we can do. It's the most base thing we can do, man. Really. The same way I can admit I predicted LNG to win. I had expectations that they would play way better. But they didn't. And that's my fucking prediction. I own it. People can laugh at me all they want. But that's the fucking fun part of our predictions. You put some spice into it, you know? As a Jace hater, I play the Jace. Jace is fucking fun to play. It's just that now it's like Gala. Yeah, I'm not sure why T1 doesn't fucking smack these guys down. It's like they have Ashe E and a plant, so they have full information. Like they can do some killing here, but they play it safe, you know, because they have full odds on Drake anyway, you know? Full on odds. Yeah. No, I'm aware that Varus was far, but this is a good situation. But there is no point in looking for it, you know? Here LNG, they were hyper-focused on making sure that Aatrox has no entry point. And then they just went too far, man. I think Ashe support is fine. I think it's fine. I think you could, like... It just fits the identity of Korea super well, you know? See, the Ashe arrow lands, Korea has a very long cooldown on it, and Zika can W here off of the hourglass. But they did invest a lot in order to defend that situation. Here I think that T1 could have played around a little bit with the idea of maybe being the ones to push mid and then look to leverage CP, because it's not super easy for LNG to just hard force a fight, and it's very hard for them to just be the ones start hitting Drake, you know, in front of the likes of T1. But here, LNG's whole purpose is to make sure that Aatrox doesn't have the flank of the Aegis. Scout has no Cyrilla here. We talked about how the Nash situation handicaps Scout's ability to farm. Zeus is now isolated, and you know, if anything here, when Zeus is isolated, this is where they needed to look for more, you know? Like, this is a moment where you can look to hard force, but I feel like Maokai is, I don't know, he's tethering with ghosts. I don't know why Maokai is so far down. It's like the moment Zeus is catching that top bot wave, I think that they can just fucking rock and roll here and use some buttons, you know? They have Rakan, like this could be an opportunity here. Sure, Zeus can TP, but at least you cover yourself and you could look for something. But I think LNG like over postured here to make sure. It's like they secure this wave here, and then when Zeus here, like where is Maokai? I don't understand. I have to look what Maokai is doing. Where's Maokai going? Like, is there no world where Maokai can ult from here and they can rock and roll here with Rakan? Like, there's no fights here? You say there's no info on Sylas, but he sees Sylas right there. He sees Sylas right there. Like, he just abandons the bush. But nevertheless, that's why he ran. But he can just... If he goes through try, he may die. But the thing is, he saw Sylas use E. And he knows the enemy has no vision there. Because they swept there. It's just choking, really. It's just bad play. Like, he needs to stay in the bush, you know? Well, it's okay. I think he doesn't want to give Sylas his ult, but he doesn't have vision of him. But I think he's just scared to lose the game, you know? Okay, this is still a decent spot, right? This is a decent spot. Gala rotated weapons, you know, so that kind of blows for him. Zika is pushing Zeus away, but Zeus can fight back. He just has to kite because Rakan is hovering in Scout too. And this is... I don't know if you guys didn't watch this game. This is where you get mind blown. Because... you're gonna get mind blown. That's just... I don't know, bro. Yeah, fuck Jace. Unless it's Zeus.
The tournament, it hasn't actually been that successful.
Oh shit. So, LNG ban Rumble, Java and Rel, and Zaya, Nico, Maokai. This is fair play. Fair play, you know? They get Orianna first pick. This should be a win for LNG. I'm telling you, it's Zeus, not Zeus. I don't give a fuck. Orianna gets first pick. And then Azir Poppy. Poppy here, the whole purpose of Poppy is to deny Jax. That's the whole purpose of this. Because in every other case, Sejuani is just the better. The thing is, the homie wrote this like 6 times. He thought it was so important. He thought it was so important he had to write it 6 times to have like a point or something. 6 times, bro. Like, okay, 1 time. And nevertheless, Orianna, Aussie Poppy. I think if you are blue side here, you're very happy, right, with Orianna first pick, you know? I think you're very happy. Usually Orianna should still be third ban, and then you just trade Maokai and you play the game, right? Like, you should be very happy. Sejuani Renekton. So in my mind, I thought that you're gonna go Seju here and then pick top on 3. But they went Poppy to deny Jax. That's the whole point. I thought also they can go Azir Aatrox. But then enemy has like Sejuani, Jax once again. But then you can pick Poppy on 3, right? As an example. But instead here they go Azir, Poppy, and then Renata and drop AD. And Sejuani Renekton. I don't think Poppy got so much value this game, but he played fucking fantastic. Really fucking good. Caitlyn gets banned from T1 side, which is okay. They don't want to pair Renata Caitlyn. Interesting. I think that's like a strong pairing. But nevertheless, they ban Caitlyn Kai'Sa. Kalista gets banned and then Gnar. I think in the mind of Aphelios here, they think Varus Ashe is the same shit, so let's just ban Gnar. It's something that he played into Renekton in the past, and he fucking really did a good job, you know? So Varus gets locked in, Aphelios, Milio, and then Jason 5. So Jason 5, you know, Jason 5, I think there's only one player in the world that is allowed to do this shit and to play Jace top, because Jace is giga OP against the likes of Milio, Aphelios, Orianna. The enemy lacks engage, and it's very solid. It's a strong lock-in. But it comes with such a fucking risk that if you die once of Sejuani Renekton, you're going to die 10 times. So, why didn't Tarzan gank once? Let's look at the game. Let's look at the game. So, if Jace is ahead in such a game, blue side doesn't have anything to say. But if Jace has bad condition, I think blue side draft is much better. Much better. Jace counters enemy comp. But Jace, the thing is, compositionally, Jace is OP. Plain and simple. Compositionally, Jace is OP in almost every game that he's in. His EQ is one of the most broken abilities in the game. But he needs to get to that point, right? And he needs to keep up the pace in the game, because if he falls behind, armor per level stings, and of course, Serilda is really fucking tough. I think LNG misdrafted. They want to prior top versus Jace, but also bot lane is suffering. No. Aphelios Milio can lane against Varus Renata. It's just level 1 that's hard. EQ is easy to say because of alphabetical thing, but yes, it's QE. You're right, the Crowley. I don't think this is a draft problem. Guys, he gets a shitload of resist from his hammer form now. Yeah. That really changes the Jace's play pattern. Now he goes hammer form and he tanks damage. Point is, the point is, once again, Zeus on the Jace. If he is in good condition in such a game, he 1v9s. But realistically, the condition should be tough, right? The condition should be tough. The enemy has Sejuani, Renekton. This is, you know, very harsh, you know? So let's take a look at this game. As you can see, this matchup is not easy. As like Fake is trading level 1 for some reason and lost a potion, 2 potion. Like he's already getting fucked, you know? I don't have any water, so I can't take a sip. Poppy started Raptors. You know, I think LNG's bot lane, they can fight back. It's just level 1, it's hard. You play Fleet with Aphelios and Milio, like these champions are not weak. What I talked about here is that like stacking 3 waves is possible for T1 because they can crash, but LNG can thin out the wave enough to get level 2. And then look, like Faker already needs a base, like he's already GG'd. He based on 4 CS. Right? Comment of Ari, why not? I don't think so. If you extend the trade, you have 2 charges, Milio and passive burn, you should trade aggressively because Renata is way too long. What are you answering, Baku? I don't understand what you're answering. The weakness of Aphelios is that he isn't so strong level 1, but he can play for HP. But they cannot fight for the push. If Varus Renata want to push, they can push. But they don't win. That was my point. Milio and Aphelios don't win the push level 1, which means that T1's bot lane will be level 2 first and they can crash the wave, right? Because momentum is a real thing. But Aphelios doesn't have enough power in his kit to actually push out the wave. He can only play for HP. So when you say you don't think so, what is it that you don't think so, based on what I said, right? I don't know, because what you said is in agreement with what I've said, you know? It's similar to when people played Nami versus Karma. Nami can trade and play for HP, but if Karma chooses to Q the wave, she's going to push. Okay? So here Poppy was shown on top wave, right? Poppy was shown on top wave, which helps Aphelios big time, right? And then Tarzan here, I think that what Owner did here is kind of psycho, you know? Leashing the blue here, I think looking to trap would have been better, right? He could have looked to trap, he could have looked to play, but it's like him tanking the blue here. Tarzan, wow, Tarzan is finally warm in this series. Wow, he gets the stun, and all he has to do is walk away and just reset the blue. He resets the blue, he kites out, and all is good in the neighborhood. But what does Tarzan do? Ladies and gentlemen, what does Tarzan do? Owner procs a phase rush, walks away, pops a potion, he gets bucklered, but Tarzan is just eating fucking fists. He's eating fists. And it's harder to die here than it is to not die. I've never seen anyone get stunned like this by a Poppy. Never. And fair play to Owner. Maybe Owner walked into game 3 and said, this guy is so fucking bad, so I'm going to pressure him and I'm going to gain value. And it was fucking true. The saddest part of all this is the Scout. Scout here, bro. Scout hovers, trying to help his homie. He saves the blue, but at the same time loses the mid situation, you know? Azir gets to push out for free. He actually said it in an interview. He really said it in an interview. Owner called out Tarzan like that? I might become an Owner fan then. If he fucking took a big dump on Tarzan in an interview after this game, that's pretty fucking hilarious. Here Zika's conditions are already fucked. Like, watching Zeus lane with Jace is one of my guilty pleasures. And you can blame Zika, not blame Zika. These are some terrible ass fucking conditions to be in, to be honest. It's like he is already 0 HP, underleveled, you know? And of course, he has Poppy sniffing his ass, so it's hard. It's not that big of a deal though. Boom. 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 I like Owner here that he waits for the E because he would get him into the turret, into kill. But okay. Now Sejuani's on the back foot. Renekton has no flash. And this is massive for Zeus. It's like if you're playing Jace and the enemy top lane has no flash and the Seju needs to path into bot. That is some good stuff, man. That is some good ass stuff. Here, imagine this fucking Poppy doesn't have a Giant's belt. It's a different game. But blood, this Poppy will never lose her pants. This belt is holding up everything. Oh, look how tanky this fucking Poppy is, bro. It's a Giant's belt. It's crazy. Enemy bot lane needs to base, Taza needs to peace out, Faker stacked the wave and is helping out the Drake. T1 not losing a single fucking Drake. Yeah, Tarzan was really, really bad today, Jack. She was crazy, Jack. Yeah, it's true, actually. LNG only got one herald and it didn't fucking crash. It's so fucking true, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. This Sejuani is just trying to reach level 6 and you know, this was the one game, right? People were talking about like Milio Aphelios. Someone said that like Milio Aphelios is under siege, but like Milio Aphelios, they're only weaker on the wave, level 1 against Varus Renata. Otherwise, they are much stronger, by the way. Much stronger. So they have full control of a bot and all they can do is like set up dives. They invest all of their effort into trying to kill bot. I wonder if on this swing they could have dove. Now they go. What do you think of Aphelios and Varus this draft? I think it's just a Gala thing, Jack. I think it's a Gala thing. It's like Gala is one of the AD players that has like Zaya, Kai'Sa, Aphelios, Tristana in some cases. Like he is definitely like the type of AD that just plays the same champs over and over again. Like he has the reckless method, you know? The reckless method. It's like Caitlyn was banned. Caitlyn was banned. His Ziggs is really good, yeah, but he can't pick it with Orianna Seju. Lucian Nami, yeah. Anyhow, let's take a look at this dive. Is Sivir that bad right now? I don't think you want to play Sivir against Azir. I think that's like tough, but like you could play Sivir, but at that point I agree more with the Ezreal Karma take. I think Ashe would be pretty good too, like Ashe is very solid. Like if you play Ashe Karma, like that's pretty fucking strong, I think. I like that you wrote Gala instead of Kai'Sa. Nevertheless, Scout Prio comes with a dive. And here, Faker is running across the globe after TPing mid. Korea plays it really good. I like that Korea just pieces the fuck out, bro, while Varus has all of the attention. All of the attention. They fucking piece the fuck out, man. And then Korea gets 6 here on the wave, which is huge. Gumayushi almost fucking Q's Tarzan there to extend his life, man. I think though here, I think it's better if Scout starts. I think it's better if Scout starts, because if he just fucking QRs the Varus with no flash, and then Tarzan can punch his spells, then it doesn't matter that he tanks the Varus ult. I think it would have been a cleaner dive. Korea gets 6 on the wave. And I like that Korea is walking downwards to buy time for the other to collapse. And then the ult is fucking beautiful. Like they're trying to exit, right? And Hung reaches 6 here. If Hung is the GOAT, right? If they are really insane at the game. If they are really, really insane at the game, then yeah, for sure. It's like there's some gameplay here to be done, you know? Actually, never mind. Hang needs to fucking ult to save Tarzan, but he misses. Just fucking flash R's nothing. I didn't even realize. Just fucking flash R's nothing. Sucks. To be fair, Tarzan flashes out, no? I think he flashes, no? Tarzan flashes here. So let's like... Actually, he Qs. He fucking Qs. Doesn't even flash. Yeah, it looks a bit silly. And here, I think if he fucking ults into the wall, would have been better. Oh. But it's very natural to ult towards the Poppy that's base, coming out of base with the Heraldo, you know? I think also here, Owner, like if he just fucking... like he could just fucking E-Gala now, you know? Like with the flash, of course. And then it's like, it's crazy that Gala fucking lives this, bro. Playing on phase rush, the move speed from Scout. They fucking get away with murder here, LNG. The first piece of luck that they've had all fucking series long. First piece of luck. So now the game continues. Orianna has full pressure on mid, Faker is on mid turret, and this is like a highlight, you know, of even though T1 won this game, I think this is something that could be a problem for T1. Because, as mentioned as before, like what was the biggest criticism towards T1, right? Is like how they sync jungle with the bot situation. So do you guys remember the biggest what the fuck is T1 doing is always in regards to Owner and how he plays with his bot lane. I don't know if Owner and Korea, they hate each other or something, but when they have like drafts and game plans where they don't need to support each other, they look insane. But when they do, it looks a little bit more dangerous. Because fucking Daddy Faker had to bring his broom and vacuum everything on bottom side, you know? Because here comes Tarzan, like this is a good play, right? It's like the Varus ult is fucking clean, you know? Like this is good, you know? Well, it's like everyone here involved played good. And then Gumayushi, bro. I don't know fucking... I think Gumayushi was the only player in the world that knew that he had fucking the potential to find lethal here. Like this is fucking... It's like Varus is a very unique spell, a unique champ that he reduces his cooldown. He reduces his fucking cooldown the way he procs his fucking Blight. And it's very, very clinical here, bro. That's fucking beautiful. This was ice cold, bro. Ice cold. Ice cold. And Zeus is just fucking winning out the lane super hard. Sejuani is diving bot on cooldown, you know? And in a world where Sejuani would get value on bot, then the Renekton being like this wouldn't matter, but they're not getting enough value on bot. And Gumayushi getting this kill here on Gala really, really is a big deal. And the dive bot as well. They extended to a little Dredsky. Huge Renato ult. And still, it's like T1 got the Drake. this is not enough at all. Like this is not enough. And here we go again, Electric Boogaloo. It's like Faker was dwindling in the CS numbers, but how many times did Faker have to run bot? Like he had to run bot so many times. He portals, he sprints. You know, in a world where there's no portals, where there's no Hextech Soul map, they are not on time here. But here's Faker, and then they just drop the Varus ult, they're on wave vision, and now honestly, no joke, the game is low-key kind of over. The game is low-key kind of over. Could they just go without the wave? No, they couldn't against Varus ult. And the thing is, I don't think they should dive at all. But the thing is, it's like, Jace is hitting your top turret. So it blows. What do you think about the meta change on bot? We're seeing much more range supports. Oh, it's interesting. It's an interesting development. Especially when like Nautilus is out, like the likes of Rakan and Alistar have never been strong laners, and people after the nerfs to support items really hard pivoted there. But I think the fact that every mid matchup is heavy centered around like Orianna and Azir makes the 3v3 on mid a lot less relevant. Oh, this was crazy, bro. This was crazy. I thought maybe Faker could look to like flash over the wall and then like W hit and then Q after the flash. But this is like pretty fucking good too. And the main issue here is that, as I mentioned before, it's like Jace is too strong. Jace is completely fucking online and they don't have enough engaged to do anything to him. Like Jace is fucking Thanos. Keep in mind, Renekton TP'd to the Drake. He laned with no flash. He also stayed for the bot dive and died there. Like, everything was as bad as possible. So I don't blame Zika for this, you know? And now it's like, Zeus converts games like these. He fucking converts games like these. I don't know how Faker fucking found the guy on top. But Faker just completely abandons bot, doesn't go on the neutral wave, and he just fucking goes for Renekton. Fucking Faker is in the zone, bro. He doesn't give a fuck about his CS numbers, bro. This is so based. And then you have this situation. Double TP into bottom side. It's like Faker ganks top to break the Renekton play. And then they double TP into bot. Look at that, man. Faker is all about that camera time. All about that camera time, man. An Honor with the combo. Really fucking good. Good W usage as well on the Q. Beautiful. I'm #1 Chovy hater, but he actually roamed a lot this season. Yeah, he fucking... Chovy looked better than ever. In LCK playoffs. Better than ever, in my opinion. Honestly, Yagao didn't play that great in the series, let's be honest. Yagao Nico was fucking disgusting. Yeah, I don't know why Tarzan is like just saving his spells for the late game, you know? Like here he is, and then you just fucking Poppy, like Sejuani ult that as well, and then it's okay, you know? But he's just fucking holding ult for forever. You're right. Don't be fooled by the cooldown on the thing. Tarzan is 1,000 is kind of disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. Oof, look at that Renato ult, bro. Like everyone's fucking murdering each other. Look at that Renato ult, bro. The fucking R flash. Everyone's... Look at fucking Gala murdering his team, bro. Oh my lord. Where's Milio in all of this? Milio doesn't portal? Milio doesn't portal. And she walks. He walks, I mean. Bro, Hang is not paying attention, bro. Shit. Ah, look at this Jace though, bro. Look at Jace. Luckily, this game Hextech Soul is not that good. Said no one ever, by the way. Said no one fucking ever. And it's like they can't even fucking kill Korea like this, you know. This is fucking FF. Let's just look at the Zeus montage. Let's look at the Zeus montage. Boom. I think if Scout flashes that, maybe. Let's look at the final sequence here. Look at Zeus. Let's listen to the crowd too. Alright, this is where it starts. I think Zeus forgot for a moment what item path it is for Spirit of Sojin, bro.
And coming into today, I think there was a very real fear for a lot of fans. This T1 roster has already been under so much pressure. It just comes with playing for T1 as an organization, and particularly given how much they have struggled with consistency internationally when it comes to actually closing the deal. The added pressure of them possibly
Here it comes.
representatives from the same region. But T1 doesn't look like the pressure's getting them whatsoever.
Like
you see, you know that Hextech Drake slow stacks? It's like what I think it's the only slow in the game that stacks. Every other slow is a slow that it just the strongest slow overtakes, you know? You're only slowed by the strongest slow. But here, look at Gala, right? He gets zapped.
Right, that we have 4 representatives from the same region.
That's why buying Rylai's on champions that slow is fucking terrible, right? Doesn't listen Rylai stack, so basically don't buy Rylai's on fucking Alessandra. Slows don't stack. They changed that. In the past they did stack, multiplicatively. I always struggle with this word. In the past they did, but now they don't anymore. Now the strongest slow is the slow that you have.
But T1, it doesn't look like the pressure's getting
Multiplicatively.
Feels like a victory march down the mid lane. Inhibitor knocked down.
Not
Again,
multiplicatively.
T1 taking their time, don't need to over.
That's not a word.
Inhibitor knocked down.
But just to see here, look at Gala. He gets fucking rooted here. Look, he's fucking he got zapped 3 times. He can't move. This is like 80% slow, bro. Look, he's fucking look. Look, he can't move.
Feels like a victory march down the mid lane. Inhibitor knocked down. Again, T1 taking their time, don't need to overcommit. They have the waves on their side, they have the soul on their side, the gold lead, every advantage they could want. No reason to risk anything. It is slow, it is steady, it is controlled, it is massive damage. Gala firing back with the Inferno multi, generating a little bit of space, but Scout getting chunks down.
And the crowd goes wild.
Tearing through the tower as life bars shrink on the side of JDG, or LNG, excuse me. Hope dwindling.
Oof.
JDG on the minds of T1 looking ahead to the semifinals.
It just isn't missing. It's ridiculous. It's like 20 shock.
Holy shit, he has so much armor from his fucking hammer stance.
And he is just having them
Handshake
downloaded.
back connected down to the walls. They is firing up with so much damage down. Go Zika. The pushback is massive. Gala knocked out at T1 eyes on the
Fair play, man. T1 fucking smurfed today, man. T1 fucking smurfed today. What a fucking amazing tournament we have on our hand. Can T1 make the full fucking run and fucking take a big shit on LPL altogether?
Final push now. LNG one last desperate hold, but they've got nothing left. And even
Or will JDG beat them?
other LCK team falls away.
Bro, how fucking poetic.
Stays standing.
Bro,
T1 stays standing.
it could be poetic if T1 beat JDG and Billy beat T1.
To the semifinals.
That would be fucking poetic.
What a setup for semis this is, because I had faith in T1 coming into this series, but I thought that this was going to be a hard-fought battle. But T1, they threw a bunch of curveballs at LNG and they just weren't able to find a consistent response.
The Shy wins worlds, you mean?
So difficult to answer T1 in draft. They were on point with the drafts. They were on point with the play. They may be the last remaining team from the LCK, but damn, is it a good one. This team was on fire, absolutely obliterating LNG.
If T1, if Faker wins worlds, then
13 possible games.
Faker cements his GOAT status for the rest of the existence of League of Legends. No one is catching up to him. No one. No one. No one. There's no conversation. If he wins Worlds now, I mean, in my opinion, that's already in place. No, there's some conversations. You think, for example, if Ruler won Worlds this year, after going fucking Grand Slam, and then fucking wins, let's say, next year, then there's a conversation there.